welcome to Snip Talks MMA. So, I'm driving and I read some articles today. I want to do a change of pace with the videos, a little bit on this one. So, I was reading about Israel Adesanya talking about Jon Jones and was saying, it's like, hey, bucko, you have to wait a little bit. I got some things I want to accomplish. Hopefully you get past Dominic Reyes, and wherever you go, I'm going to find you. Israel reminded me of the little My Buddy commercial. Wherever you go, I go. That's how he acted, and I feel it. I like it. So, Israel talking about he want to fight after this Romero fight. He want to fight Costa, and then he want to fight potentially Jared Cannonier after he get another W. He want to fight Darren Till out there in England. So he got some fights he want to handle. He want to knock out. And then about the middle of next year is when he started talking about fighting Jon Jones. Now, that's going to be a heck of a fight. I'm excited. I think, sometimes I think when you look at Jon Jones, you're like, yeah, he is the number one MMA fighter. He's going to be number one pound for pound, everything. And you start thinking like, well, man, you want to see him. A lot of people just want to see him lose, or a different type of challenge. It's just like, dude, it's Jon Jones, man. I went back and watched, we would transition a little bit. I went back and watched the Jon Jones Anthony Smith fight. I see some things that Jon Jones been doing a lot more of, especially since he came back on that suspension. All right, so he fought OSP, and the way he fought Ovens is like, oh, he was struggling, but he wasn't struggling the way I thought he was. He was trying some new things. All right, so then I watched the Anthony Smith fight, and I see that, Anthony talking about, oh, man, he beatable, and even, like, just recently DC saying he don't see Jon Jones being beaten. Anthony Smith chime in and was like, oh, I see him being beat, and this. And it's like, dude, Jon Jones punished you, bro, for, like, the whole fight. So then you keep watching it, and I'm like, see, Jon Jones, with the things he does that he was doing against Santos also, is he stop you from setting up. So those oblique kicks, all the little dirty tactics, arm wrenching, foot stumps, now they're going to start calling the little shoulder thrust the counter thrust, even though Jon Jones was doing it popular before him. I mean, I didn't see it until Randy Couture started doing it personally. But, that's the world we live in, man. New generation, man. Younger folks watch MMA. They always would do it like that. So, I don't know, it's just interesting. But watching that Anthony Smith fight is just like, did Jones really need Anthony Smith when he was down? It's like, well, his knee wasn't down. Both feet was up. I know Herb deducted 2 points, and they could have called the fight, but in the replay, his knee wasn't down. He wasn't a down opponent when he caught that knee to the head. What's the difference between you completely standing and you in a Muay Thai plume, and then you getting hit with knees? There's no difference, man. There wasn't no illegal knee. But anyway, that's the thing I noticed about Jon Jones. So he makes sure he mess up your setups. He makes sure that he try to take away your advantage, and he fights you in your advantage. So he fought, Glover Teixeira in the phone booth, elbows in the clinch, tight. I like that. I like the fact that he did that. In this fight against Reyes, I think he's going to do some of the same things he did with Santos, and also Anthony Smith. Jones targets his opponent's knees. He go after their knees. He try to chop them down, break them down. And then, he always changing levels. So he'll go from, a fake a takedown, high kick, body, he'll punch your knee, with his fist. And then come up with an uppercut, spinning back fist, feint for a high kick, kick you in the body. He'll spin kick you one time in the body, then he come back, crescent kick you, then he come back, calf. I will say Jon Jones kickboxing improved so much from the beginning. When he used to come out to the Angry Johnny, song before he came out to the champions here and all these other things. But I think the fight's going to be real interesting. You know, the keys for Reyes to win is he can't let Jones get that center octagon control. He will have to really mix it up and just kind of attack Jones, because the longer the fight go, the more you in Jones' favor. So that first round, because Jones starts slow, and it's on purpose. He starts slow really on purpose to get you in that, like Dan Hardy was saying, that voodoo. Hey, that's real, man. A lot of things that Jones do when he fight is to make you, he dictates your movements. He make you move the way he wants you to move. So if you throw a left high kick, he wants you to go to your left. You know, you block with your right. You step to your left. He want to push you against the cage. His pressure not like Khabib. He's not going to take you down. No, he's going to make sure that he gets you where he want to get you. And, you know, keep dictating the fight the way he want to dictate the fight. I mean, Jones is a smart guy, man. You know, and it's weird how the coaching go with Winklejohn and Jackson. When they're talking to Jones, like, I really watched the Raquel Pennington and Holly Holm fight. And it's like, they giving the same coaching to Holly that they do Jones. It's almost like, since Jones is the guy, it's like, we're going to keep everything just like this for Jones. I don't know, man. I mean, I know everybody do things a little different when they coaching they fighters and everything. But, yeah, it just look like that. But besides all of that, Dominic Reyes, man, he has to try to stop Jones from stopping him with his setups. Be a little different. Do things a little different. He can't keep doing the same thing, or he's not going to make it. You know, Reyes got to come with the left, throw them awkward angle hooks. He got to put pressure on Jon. Santos gave the blueprint on just how to even attack Jon striking-wise, and his only weakness or hole in this game is those calf kicks, man. Them low calf kicks. And it seemed like it threw Jon off. And I know that Jon, after the Santos fight, said he would clean that up and make sure there's no holes. There's nobody in the light heavyweight division, honestly, or even heavyweight division, that can stop Jones with his wrestling. After he took DC down those 2 times, and DC had the face, not the crying face, not that face, that's the second fight. But that first fight, he took Cormier down the first time. It threw Cormier off, man. He's like, this don't supposed to happen to me, man. At least I'm the man. And it happened. So in this next fight, that's the key to victory, man. Reyes got to go out there and go hammer first round and go for broke. He got to take a chance on his cardio. If his cardio not top notch, he said he an athlete. So you an athlete, Dominic Reyes. Then it's time to show you an athlete. You got to go all in, man, the first round. That's how you have to beat Jones, my opinion. Low kicks, all in, and attack. Don't let Jones set up, man, and stop you from your game. You know, I kept hearing Anthony Smith corner, you know, be that lion, the lion heart. He can't do it. He said Jones wouldn't let me set up. Well, of course, that's what he's supposed to do. That's the type of fighter that he is. You know, Santos, you know, yeah, he threw some punches. Man, when you watch that fight, man, all you got to do is mute it, man. Mute it and don't listen to the judges. Don't listen to, like, Rogan and all those guys. With that fight, it's better that way. All you do is just go out there, watch it, and then you're like, okay, cool, this is it. This is what it is. So, that's the keys to victory for Dominic Reyes. You know, Jones can take it anywhere he want to take it, anytime, anywhere, everything. So, prediction, Jones going to win that fight. I'm going to that fight next week, Saturday, February 8th. I'm excited. You know, this is my first UFC main card event, man. That's a big deal, you know, so I'm excited. I make sure I send some quality videos, some pictures. I'm going to upload some pictures on the Instagram. I'm also going to make sure I do plenty of videos and put them on the YouTube channel. Hey, so we making moves, man. We making moves. So we just had to see what happened. I think Valentina is going to go ahead and my fault on the glare, guys. Valentina is going to go ahead and knock out Shuligan. And I think it's going to be pretty bad fashion. I don't think it's going to be like Jessica I don't think it's going to be like that. But, like, I went back and looked at their striking, man. Valentina's striking, obviously, top notch. And you cannot count out Shuligan, man. her striking blind fighter, man, her striking's pretty solid, man. She actually is a pretty good striker, man. She actually a really well-rounded fighter, man. And not getting the credit, I know we automatically, because we know who Valentina is, and we see her body of work, we like, okay, all right, she got this. You know, but we need to look at it as a whole, man. And hey, it's gonna be a really good fight, man. It's not just a walk in the park, man. It's not just an easy win for Valentina. So after watching that, I'm like, yeah. But I still think she's gonna knock her out, man. You know, Shevchenko is nice. She's working hard. I think she's gonna knock out Julian. I don't know who she fight next, but for sure, I think she's gonna knock her out. I know Macy Barber was the hope for everybody. The future. I mean, I think I did like 2 videos on Macy myself about she the future, and she nice, man. You know, she could come back strong. You know, Matafari did her thing. It's, you know, Matafari, she gets a chance to glow. You know, glow up. So we see how that go. What else on that card? Oh man, my man Derek Lewis, Black Beast. All right, so I see that he got an issue with them guys calling him out there, man, and that fight's gonna be bananas, man. And for Derek Lewis to be fighting essentially home is a big deal. So I think that Derek Lewis is gonna win the fight by knockout. You know, he's in the top 5 for a reason, and you can't ever discredit him in his top 5 UFC heavyweight, man. So I don't know what's going on with Curtis Blades. We're going, you know, I like Blades, man. You know, Midwest product right there, Chi-Town. I just don't think Curtis is he in a great position, but a bad position. It's like, all right, you got to wait for the winner of Ngannou and Rosenstruck, but Ngannou should get the shot. He wanted to stay active. All right, so what happens if Ngannou knock out Rosenstruck, which is more than likely going to happen in March in Columbus? So then what's going to happen? All right, who's next? Well, you can't have Blades fight Ngannou again. That'd be 3 times, and he already knocked out Blades twice. And maybe Ngannou just got Blades' number, man. Sometimes fighters is just like that, man. Sometimes you have 2-3 different fights, and you can't never beat the guy. It happens in MMA, man. Sometimes it just roll like that. I know Blades is striking improved. He looked really good against Junior Dos Santos. You know, Sagano, I wouldn't say he's a gatekeeper, man. I don't think he's coming to the end of his career like some people saying. I think this Blades is just a young, hungry lion right now, man. So you can't discredit that. So we just have to see. Moving forward again, man. So, John Kavanaugh, talking about Conor McGregor, he talking about he want to see Conor fight Gaethje at 170. Now, to me, that don't make sense. If Gaethje is a lightweight and he's fighting in the lightweight division, he's like number 3, 4 right now, lightweight division. I think they got Conor at 3. You know, Khabib, Tony, and then Conor, and then Gaethje. They should fight at 155. What I think is going to happen is they're going to have Conor fight Diaz. Gaethje just going to be sitting. You know, Khabib will fight Tony. Masvidal, that's the next topic we're talking about. And Usman fighting. And they're going to just hope and pray, just like Dana, is Khabib get through Tony. You know, that's not an easy fight. You know, in my video talking about it, the key to victory for Tony is, hey man, don't fight the takedown. Take the takedown. Let him take you down. The goal is to submit him while in the bottom position, man. You're not gonna get a triangle. I don't think you'll get a gauntlet. His option is probably a darce. And I mentioned in the video, that's the only way I can see Tony winning that fight, man. Is he gonna have to darce him, man. You know, get him in a darce choke. And see, Khabib's not going to tap. I think Khabib would rather go to sleep than tap. So we'll see. But honestly, I just don't see Tony winning that fight, man. I know everybody talk about, you know, the cardio kings and divisions. And yeah, Tony got mad cardio. And I used to think maybe Khabib don't have cardio or he's not as like high level. But you watch his fights and all, that's how Khabib fight, man. He take rounds off, he pacing, chilling. You know, I think that's how Khabib fights, man. I don't think it's a cardio issue, honestly. So we'll see what happens. That stuff crazy. So the next topic, obviously, Jorge Masvidal got into it with Kamaru Usman, and Dana said they're going to make the fight in July, International Fight Week. All right, so who I think will win that fight? Well, I know who should win the fight. Is Usman should win the fight. Do I believe Masvidal's going to do something spectacular to win the fight? Yes. Sometime, man, when you're on the roll and, you know, he took that time off and he come back, he talking about baptizing cats, I believe him, man. And, you know, I've been a fan of Jorge since those Kimbo days, man, and I didn't even know who this dude was. I was just like, man, who is this Cuban-looking dude out here sleeping cats? So I was like, all right, well, I think Jorge Masvidal is going to end up being the new welterweight champion. Now, can I see him hanging with other guys in the division like Kobe? I don't know, man, because that Kobe fight was crazy, man. It was crazy. Kobe did his thing in that fight, man, and it just showed like those two guys, Usman and Kobe, are at the top of the list, man. I'm interested to see what's going to happen with Leon and Woodley. That's going to be a crazy fight. Can Woodley win? Yeah, he potentially can win. You know, he's taking this serious. I see that he did the interview with Ariel Helwani talking about, you know, he out there in Thailand, and I seen a couple videos that he's done with his training to improve his Muay Thai, which is dope. That's dope. Get your Muay Thai game up. So we'll see. You know, my thing with Woodley, man, it's like once he got the belt, he just changed his whole fight style, and he fights so defensive to just keep the belt. He fought Wonder Boy those times, and it's like, why are you fighting like that, man? He fought Damian Maia, and it's like, why are you fighting like that? It's just my opinion. You know, when you used to seeing Woodley like he did Koscheck or like he did Robbie Lawler to even get the belt, and it's like, dude, fight, be aggressive, man. Win the fight. I feel like if you're a champion, man, don't let it go to the judges. Just imagine if Santos would have beat Jon Jones by cards. Everybody would have been going bananas, man, talking about unfair and blah, blah, blah. I don't know, some people just want Jones to lose, but that's how it would have been affected. I feel like some champions deserve rematches. You know, is Max going to get an immediate rematch? Well, I mean, he could. He's been the longest featherweight champion at the moment. So, yeah, I guess he could, but, I mean, Aldo didn't get it when Conor, you know, clipped him and put him out with the flash KO. So, I mean, I don't know, man. It just depends on what Dana White want to do and not about what's right in the fighting world. I'm not going to get into that in this video. I'm just saying, when you look at it, it make you wonder a little bit. But just a couple things that I had on my mind, and I'm driving. And I figure I just, you know, express these things to you guys on the channel today. I actually had the official video up on some other things later. And I do the part 2 of this Conor effect and this whole thing with Gaethje and against Conor McGregor, and why it makes sense for the bigger picture of what can potentially happen with Habib and Conor McGregor. So guys, stay tuned. Appreciate you for checking me out today. And said like. You can go ahead and comment. And if you're new to the channel, hey, subscribe, man. Hit the subscribe button. And I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.